Blind Fairy. This movie is showing on Nwosu TV, and this movie talks about a young couple who love each other so much, but the woman or the wife is weary. Weary means mad, not mad like running on the streets, mentally unstable. The lady is just crazy. She has insecurity written all over her. She's always fighting. She's always cursing out people. She's always disturbing the husband who has interaction with females. Like, she's crazy with people around her husband, crazy with people on the street. Even if you do something that does not warrant craziness, she's fighting, she's holding people, she's destroying things, like weary, that kind of thing. And this was affecting their marriage, so the man had to run out of the house, because one day she ended up making police arrest her husband just because the husband returned home late, or thinking that the husband was seeing another woman, because she saw the husband have a chat with another woman in the bar. Having police to arrest your own husband, guys, that was the height of it. So yeah, that's a recap of this movie. What then happened to their marriage? Did they find solution to this woman's weariness, or they ended up breaking up the marriage? If you haven't seen Blind Fairy, it is on Nwosu TV. What I like about this movie, I'll start with performance and acting. I'll start with Nwosu. I mean, this was her project, this is her movie, so she would definitely put in much more effort in her character. She was the main character, she was the weary wife. Her craziness was beautiful to see. I think she did an okay job with that character. She fights most of the time in this movie. Little misunderstanding, she's going to fight you to hell. She's going to destroy properties. That is just the character. And I think she did super well with that. I like it. That was the craziness part of this movie. Aside that, everything else was calm. So I think I appreciate her character for putting ginger in this movie. So I like that so much. Especially the birthday scene. That was one of my favorite scenes in this movie. The switch up was beautiful. I think I like that. And then Maurice's acting, the scenes where he was trying to just cope, realizing that I can't just cope. The coping mechanism he was using in this movie, that's the way he was showing that he actually do love this woman. I think I love the role he played. Soft, but he wasn't really that soft because he couldn't stand it any longer. I think I like the role he played, the acting, the facial expression, the emotions that he kind of display when he has had enough of the attitude. I think I like that in this movie. Then we go to the costume. Costume wise, Nwosu costume was beautiful. Maurice, and then the other characters, the abusive character, the lady, yeah. The costume in this movie is much appreciated. I like that. Next thing I like about this movie is the length. This movie is not long at all. You guys know I appreciate it so much because there was nothing special happening in this movie aside the wife fighting all the time. That's basically what this movie is about. So there was no need to make it long. So yeah, I like that. The length is as short as it can get. This brings me to the size. This is also much appreciated, and I like that. Yeah, you did well posting the video in the right frame size, 16.9. I like that. Those are the things I like about this movie. Moving on to what I don't like about this movie. I'm going to start with the abusive couple. They didn't concentrate on them at all. My question is, what happened to the couple? Did that girl or did the lady go back to the boyfriend or be husband? What happened to... They just showed us where they are fighting. The girl moved out. And we didn't see the end of that. Like, what happened? They left that part of the story hanging, and that was indecisive or inconclusive. Like, where are we getting at with that part of the story? Like, why? What happened? That was so lacking. Who the hell wrote the story? Or who is the script writer? Like, I was so disappointed. I wanted to know if the girl went back or found another person, let them marry. I mean, she moved out, yes. I'm even lost of it. Like, what the hell was happening to that part of the movie? That was so disappointing and annoying. For me, I hated it. There was breakup and we didn't see the makeup or another breakup. Like, what the hell was happening? And the next thing I hate about this movie was the lady who was in an abusive relationship or marriage. After moving out, she called on Maurice, and Maurice has already moved out of his own house and he was in a hotel. So my question is, she couldn't find any other hotel to be in herself or have another hotel room in the same hotel. Like, must she share a hotel room with Maurice? What was the idea behind adding two friends who are in a difficult relationship together in one room? Like, what was the idea? What was the sense in making it like that? I mean, yes, you move out of your abusive relationship, you call on your friend is in a hotel room, he has you to come. It doesn't make sense. If they were in a separate hotel rooms and then something happened and one had to move to the other, or especially the girl had to move from her hotel room to the guy's room, that would have made much more sense. Because she's working, she has money, she can as well pay for her own hotel room, a big guest house or what. It wasn't even a guest house or Maurice's house that she had to move into. That scene doesn't make sense for me at all. Unless of course her plan was to sleep with him, which they nearly did, but it didn't happen. But nah, that scene, that idea didn't make sense for me at all. Sharing the same small hotel room and then you're sleeping on the floor. No, please. He is giving low budget. I know his YouTube is low budget, but please, sometimes put thinking cap on when you are doing some of these things. It doesn't make sense, please. Or you sharing a hotel room together when you guys are just friends. Please, that whole scene, that whole idea, that whole script thing was just rubbish. It should be in the bin. This brings me to cinematography for this movie. I don't know. Nwosu have her own special type of cinematography for her movies, and for me it is getting worse. Earlier on it was cool, but now it's getting worse. I don't know who the hell sit down to choose this color scheme for her movies. I am not a fan. Yeah, the grading is good, but the darkness of the grading is what I'm talking about. I don't like it. I hate it. Trash it. I don't even want to waste my time to talk about it more, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this cinematography. It may seem cool to you, but for me, I don't like it. I hate it. Then I have to rate this movie on a scale of 10, and I'm going to rate it a 4/10. If you haven't seen Blind Fairy, it is showing on Nwosu TV. Do all to watch. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next movie review.